Hello, Potato! The weekend is finally here, and it's time for some weekend magic. You may notice that it's kind of just all white because we're closed up on the tabletop today, and that's because almost everything today is small, and almost all of it's pins. But let's start with something that's not pins. Let's start with keys. Yes, they actually have had these for a couple weeks now. They came out the week they announced my Disney store was closing, and we'd ordered them online because, of course, with our store closing, obviously they weren't going to be having them. And they actually arrived last week, but just they didn't fit in the theme of last week, so I didn't do them. I just kind of held on to them and kind of hoped the other keys that were released in some would come in time, but they didn't. So we're not holding these any longer. It is the Toy Story Forky and what's her name? Karen Beverly, isn't it? Well, Forky and Karen keys. Honestly, I was not a humongous fan of Forky. I kind of felt he was played off weird. I love his voice actor. I didn't mind the Forky Asks a Question shorts. I just didn't so much care for him in the film. And of course, Karen Beverly is barely in it. But now they have keys to imagination. And these came by post. They didn't come by UPS or anything, and you can tell because they're all kind of creased at the top here. Because my postman, even though the big package box was totally empty and these could have been put in it, jammed them in the letterbox instead. Still, luckily, the damage is all pretty much just right there on the top. It's just kind of creased in. The rest of the box is pretty okay. And if you were to put these on display somewhere, I don't think it would show. But, I mean, at this point, is anybody displaying these things? There are so many of them now. Whatever ideas you may have had for how to display these, like shadow boxes or hanging them up off of like a key hook or something, like hotel style, yeah, that's out the door now, with half of them being in boxes and pretty much just the older one is being loose. Yeah, whatever you planned on doing with these, unless you're going to open up all the boxed ones, which for collector's value, that's probably not great. Yeah, they're not so much displayable anymore. And the next small thing is this. A pin! Yes, it's pretty much pins from here on out. There's one other thing at the end, but this is the D23 exclusive Gold Member Limited Release 2021 pin. And I find it interesting they put the date of 2021 on there because we've been, or rather my wife has been a gold member for D23 for like 3 or 4 years now. We've got, this is like I think our 4th year. We have the 4th welcome box. And this is the first year I remember them doing these pins. I don't remember there being a 2020 or 2019 pin. So I don't know what happened there. But we have a 2021 pin. It's an interesting choice of doing a kind of a two-tone on the face with a matte gold on one side of his face there and the reflective gold on the other one. It is a double pin back. It is a fairly hefty pin. And I think these were like $10. I don't know if they're still up on the website or not. It came out, I think, around the same time, maybe even a little bit before the Forky keys did. But for some reason, things for D23 tend to take a little bit longer to get here. And I actually have had it. I was here in time for last week's video, but again, didn't fit the theme. Next, in keeping with the theme of pins, are these two Marvel WandaVision pins. Of course, the Marvel WandaVision series is now over, and we're now fully into Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is a lot more of what you, I think, expect from Marvel. WandaVision was very much a unique thing, and Falcon and Winter Soldier is very much something that could have been done as a movie, but I appreciate giving it more time to more room and more time to just kind of bloom out, like they've been doing on Disney+. But these two are from WandaVision. They're limited release pins. They were, what, $15.99 each. We have the Sword logo pin. Of course, Sword is fully introduced to us in WandaVision. I feel like there was references to it before, but I think it's the first time they've really prominently been featured. And then the WandaVision logo pin on an old-timey arterial antenna television with the bulging, I guess it makes it a pin-on-pin sort of a thing, the bulging WandaVision screen. Yeah, they are both, I think, single pin back, yeah. Although they're both quite heavy. I wouldn't say this might actually be heavier than our D23 pin, and that got 2 pin backs. Maybe because that's a more exclusive item and you don't want to lose it. I don't know. These are very nice. I especially like the sword one though, because it is the sword logo. And if you take it out of the package, it just looks like something a sword unit member might wear. And speaking of Marvel and pins, we've got more Marvel pins with the Wakanda Forever pin set. This actually is not from Shop Disney. These are not pin trading pins, and they don't seem to want to stay right side up in the box. These are actually an Amazon exclusive, limited edition of 14,000. I got box number 821 because they actually are numbered limited edition. I cannot take them out of the box to show you a better view because they're actually sealed in. Now, looking at these, I feel like these are probably lower quality pins than what you normally get from Shop Disney or from, Disney pin trading in general. But they're still, they're nice pins. I especially like that one. That one's nice and shiny. And the other ones aren't bad either. They're all obviously single pin back because none of them stays put. They all just kind of wobble around in the box. It's a box, not a bag. And it says they glow in the dark, so I suppose we ought to see that, right? So let's kill the void space lights. And they're not glowing. Let's try with some black light. Well, I guess we can see what's supposed to glow though. So that's supposed to glow. Looks like we have some highlights on here. I think we seem a little bit, nothing on the silver ones obviously, and nothing on the actual Black Panther, but the bottom two have glowing points. I don't feel like this one is showing up very well. You can see them there. They just don't seem to actually charge up properly the way this one does. This one shows I think quite nicely. That one, not so much. All right, lights back on. These were, I think, $24.99 on Amazon.com, and they came in pretty good condition. But yeah, I mean, overall, these are not to like the same quality I would necessarily expect from a Disney pin trading set. But again, for 25 bucks for 5 pins, I also wouldn't expect that from a Disney pin trading set. And our last thing this week, actually wasn't originally supposed to be part of this video. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing that we spotted yesterday while out shopping at Target. And it's been a while since we've done a pop on here anyway, so might as well check out this. Yes, it's my old weakness, Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey, or Sorcerer Mickey as I guess they're just calling him now. And it's number 14 of the Pop Art series. And it's Sorcerer Mickey done up in blue and stars. And I'm not sure why Target had this. It comes in one of those hard plastic pop protectors, which is nice, because that'll keep it in good condition forever and ever, unless something happens to the box. Yep, it's pop number 14, and pop number 15, honestly, between the two of them, I like this one better anyways, because it looks like number 15 had a run-in with Slimer. So I'm not sure what was going on there, but 14 definitely is the better of the two. And yes, it's another Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey pop that we have. I think it gives us 3 or 4 of them now, but who cares? This was, I think, about 16 bucks, 15 and 15, like 97, something like that at Target. I'm assuming it was an internet return because it was the only thing like this in their little completely demolished pop culture section. I'm assuming that section is going to go away any month now because they don't bother stocking it anymore. It's got a smattering of pops, some Dune figures, and that's really about it. Oh, and like the Bob Ross clapper. So I'm assuming that section's going to go away, but hey, we found this in it, and that's not a bad thing. And that's going to wrap us up for this week. I thank you for watching. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. Don't forget to come back tomorrow, because tomorrow is Easter. At least tomorrow if you watch this the day it comes out. If you watch this after the day it comes out, then perhaps today is Easter, or last week was Easter, or maybe it'll be Easter again in 320 days. I don't know when you're watching it. But if you're watching it the day it comes out, which would be April the 3rd, then April the 4th is Easter, and we'll be coming back tomorrow with some Easter stuff. But thank you for watching today. Even if you don't watch tomorrow, remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.